Hi first graders, it's Miss Bennett. Today we're going to be doing another super fun science lesson. We're going to be learning about one of my very favorite vegetables. It is yellow and it's really small and it comes on a cob. It's corn. I'm so excited to learn about corn and how it grows. So first we're going to read about it and then we're going to draw a picture and we're going to label our picture and then we're going to write a sentence about something we learned about corn. So I hope that you're ready. You do not need any supplies just yet. All you need are your listening ears and your attentoscopes. So let's get ready. Let's get started with our read aloud.
It's called From Kernel to Corn. It's going to teach us all about how corn grows. So let's get started reading. Corn tastes so yummy. How does it grow? A farmer prepares for planting. A farmer drives over a field with a cultivator. This machine has many blades that turn over the dirt. The blades break up clumps of dirt, and now the field is ready for planting. The farmer plants seeds. A corn seed is called a kernel. The farmer uses a row planter to plant kernels. A row planter is a machine that digs ditches in the field. The row planter puts the kernels in the ditches and covers them with dirt. The seeds change. Water helps seeds grow into plants. The kernels soak up water from the dirt. The kernels swell, that means they get really big. A root breaks open each kernel. Roots grow down into the ground. They take in water and food from the dirt. Tiny sprouts grow. Sprouts come out of the kernels. A sprout is a young corn plant. It grows up out of the dirt. Sunlight and water help the sprout grow. Corn plants grow tall. Corn grows tall very fast. A stalk is the stem of a corn plant. A stalk can grow 5 inches in one day. It takes a little boy or girl 2 years to grow that much. The farmer protects the plants. Hungry bugs may try to eat the corn. Bugs can also give the corn diseases. Weeds may take up the corn space. Weeds block out the sun too. Some farmers spray their crops to kill weeds and bugs. Cobs grow. Cobs grow on the corn stalks. Kernels grow on the cobs. Cobs with kernels are called ears of corn. Leaves cover each ear to protect it. These leaves are called husks. The corn is picked. Some farmers use a machine to pick the corn. Some farmers pick the corn by hand. This worker loads picked corn onto a truck. Then the corn is sold. Many people buy fresh corn from a farmer's market or a grocery store. They take the corn home, take off the husks, and cook it. Eat the corn! Corn on the cob tastes good with butter, salt, and pepper, but also tastes good all by itself.
All right, friends, I hope that you enjoyed that book. So now it is time for us to do our drawing, our labeling, and our writing jobs. So the materials that you will need to get some supplies out. You need a piece of paper, or you can find an empty page in your notebook if you would like to do that. You'll also need a pencil for our labeling, and it's a good idea to draw first in pencil. But then we can use some colors for our pictures, so you can get some crayons. You might also use marker if you would like. So go ahead and take a second to grab those materials. Okay, friends, it is time to do our drawing, our labeling, and our sentence. Now here's a little sneak peek of what we're gonna draw. That's what it's gonna look like. We're gonna draw our corn. So remember, it's a good idea to start by drawing with a pencil, but if you would like to color along with me, then I am going to be using a brown crayon, a green crayon, and a yellow crayon. So let's get started with our picture. So I'm gonna start with my brown. And we're going to draw some dirt where our corn is going to grow in. So it's going to look like a circle, but not a completely closed circle. It's going to be open a little bit at the top. Just like that. Make sure you leave a little opening at the top. Now, coming out of the top, we're going to use green and make a big line up. And remember, we need to leave some space at the top to write our sentence, so don't make it go too tall. But we're going to draw a line going up, and then go over a little bit, and then a line coming back down. Nice and skinny for our corn stalk. Then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to draw some leaves on our corn stalk. And the leaves are just going to look like little rainbows. There's going to be two that are connected, and I'll show you what that's going to look like. So I'll do one rainbow and then another underneath, but they connect at the top there. And I'll do another one on this side, another rainbow, and another rainbow under that connects. And I'll draw a couple more leaves on each side. You can do more leaves than me, or you can do less leaves than me. You can have however many leaves you would like. All right, that's all the leaves that I'm going to do. And then I'm going to grab my yellow, because we're drawing corn, and corn is yellow usually. So our corns are going to sit, they're going to sit on top of each of the leaves, because they grow out of the leaves in their husks. And our corns are just going to look like little ovals, but I'll show you one right now. It'll look just like that, like a little oval. Hopefully you can see that okay, because the yellow's kind of light. But just draw little yellow ovals on the tops of all of the leaves, and they can be different sizes. Some can be big, some can be small. Lots of little corns. And then if you would like to add some detail to it, in order to make it look like there's actually corn kernels in there, you can just draw some little crisscrossing lines in each of them. So it looks a little bit more like real corn. And remember, this doesn't have to be perfect. You can draw it however you would like, as long as it looks a little bit like corn. Now at the top of our corn stalks have this little like yellow hair that comes out of them. And I'll tell you what that's called when we label it. It's got a little bit of yellow hair coming out of the top. And then I'm going to go back to my brown because we need to draw some roots on our corn plant. And corn stalks have a lot of roots, and they just look like little squiggly lines. So just draw a bunch of squiggly lines. They can be coming off of each other because that's how roots grow. Just lots and lots of squiggly lines all over the place in the ground. So now is a good time. If you would like to color in your corn stalk and make it green, you can go ahead and take a second, pause the video, and color in your corn stalk. All right, now that we have drawn our corn stalk, it is time to label. So now you should switch to a pencil, but I'm going to use a marker so you can see it. But the first thing that we're going to label is the roots of our corn stalk. So go ahead and draw a line. And I wonder if any of you remember how to spell roots. It starts with a double O, T, S. Those are our roots. And then the next thing that we're going to label is the corn stalk. This is called the stalk that goes all the way up down the middle. So I'm going to draw a line right here and call it stalk. It starts with a S, T, A. There's a sneaky L in there. L, K. Stalk. Then the next thing that I'm going to label is this green part, which is called the husk, the corn husk. It's the leaf that protects the corn. So I'll draw a line and label it husk. H, U, S, K. There's our husk. And then we're going to label one of the corn cobs. So draw a line to one of your corns, and we will label it cob. C, O, B, cob. And then I told you I would tell you what this little hair is called. It's called the tassel. So we'll draw a line to that and label it tassel. Tassel is spelled T-A-S-S-E-O-L. Tassel. Okay, so now that we have labeled our corn picture, you can take a second and pause it if you need to catch up on any of this. But I'm going to get started writing my sentences. And my paper doesn't have lines, so I'm going to draw a couple of lines, so you can do that as well if your paper does not have any lines on it. We'll just need 2 lines. And we're going to write that corn grows on a tall stalk. So we'll start by writing corn, C-O-O-R-R-N, finger in first space. Corn grows, G-R-R-O-W-S. Corn grows on a tall tall stalk and a period at the end of our sentence. Again, go ahead and pause if you need a second to copy down this sentence or if you need to finish your corn picture. Okay, we are all done with our science lesson today, first graders. You did such a great job. Thank you for showing that you care about your big science brain. Now go ahead and take all of your supplies and put them away so that you know where they are for the next time we need them. And have a great rest of your day, first graders. Bye, I'll see you soon.